ready, Ella? I can barely see you. No, I can't deal with what's happening.
How do I put the earphones on?
You look like Arthur. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But just don't forget.
No, that you think you look hot. I just want you to know.
Oh, no, I don't think.
Okay, start it so we can die of laughter. No.
Okay. I can't even talk because my beak is hitting the fucking...
Why is your beak in the microphone?
I'm suffocating. Okay. Whew. Okay.
Oh my god. I think I'll start this podcast. And
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I can barely see Zoria.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's because I don't even know how to start. Like, boo. What's up, guys, and welcome to Chemical X episode 22.
This is our Halloween special, and we thought that we would put on our sexiest costumes for you all, our lovely subscribers. I'm currently suffocating in this mask. I don't know if you guys can even hear me.
Oh my god. We just figured, the hate messages that come, let's just make a joke out of it. You called us a horse and a rabbit. And honestly, if you can just clarify who's the horse and who's the rabbit, because Veronica and I just want to get to the bottom of this. I put on the rabbit outfit, but I was like, she had the blonde hair, so I'm technically supposed to be the horse. So maybe you should give me the horse mask.
Well, in the hate message, I'll put it up for you guys to see. And I hope to fucking God you can hear me right now. But in the hate message, he wrote, one looks like a horse, one looks like a rabbit. And I guess you guys can guess who is who. And I was like, no, actually.
If you're going to go through that to fucking tell us who's who.
Yeah, I should have
We're dying over here. We want to know. We want answers.
I should have wrote back and said, actually, we're planning a Halloween costume around this. So if you could just confirm who is who, that would be really helpful.
Guys, I just want you to know what we had to go through to get these masks, okay? We decided we were going to do this on the Monday and wanted to shoot technically faster than Amazon Prime. So I essentially went to the store I go to every year to rent a costume.
That fucking hates us.
Hates us, but they see me every year and I'm still giving them business even on a no Halloween. And I get there and I find Veronica's horse right away, her mask and mine. She's really looking for this one, okay? But she doesn't want to lose a sale, guys. They're already making no money this year. She wants me to leave there spending money.
She was sewing you a sign, a fucking
and I'm like, you don't have anything like what we found, like the horse, because this one's used, guys. I just want everybody to know that this mask is the reason I'm getting COVID.
100 million
There's like piss marks on the inside mixed with like dirty shit stains, and it reeks more than my shit, so...
This one smells like I'm inside a condom, which is not so bad. Also, wouldn't know what that smells like because I'm on birth control.
I just want to know who's going to say we can remove this.
I think we're ready to go, guys. I'm literally sweating. So I think you guys had your fun with us looking so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And
if you thought we were going to do the whole podcast in this, well, let me tell you, we're not that funny.
Spoiler alert. I'm not that invested in the podcast.
Whew.
Oh my god,
it's a new world out here.
Holy, who knew it was so bright in here?
Oh my god.
I feel like I just traveled dimensions.
Is my lip liner okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know, am I the same person? I feel like... you don't understand, I was sweating in there.
We're probably gonna have to remove that whole first part because I think we thought we were talking, but we were on a cloud. Veronica, we were not speaking.
The mouth was touching the microphone the whole time.
Oh my god. I just want everybody to know that these are rentals, so I gotta return them.
So don't tell them that we just threw them on the floor.
Yeah, and our director was like, Alessia, you didn't wash the mask before. I said, the fuck do you think I have time to do this? Like, no, I didn't wash it. Like shit
I'm
stain and piss stains, here we go.
Give them all.
No, but mine really smelled. Like, I don't think yours smelled as bad as mine.
Oh, no, mine smelled, like I said, like a condom. Literally smells like latex.
You have to smell mine.
I would go on with my life without doing that. I would love to. I would really not. Anyways, I just literally took off my mask to have another Halloween reveal. which is actually not Halloween at all. So it's just the kid in me that's using the excuse of Halloween and saying I dyed my hair blue because it's Halloween. But that's not the reason. I basically, that's me. I've always been a hair color girl. Everybody knows that about me mostly. And I said, I want to change. So I went to the hairdresser. I said, dye this bitch blue.
You went to the hairdresser and you asked for chlorine washed out blonde hair? I'm sorry.
Pretty much. So in the front, the color is amazing. And then it didn't fully catch on the back of my head. So it looks a little bit like that time.
Kind of like your life. It's like to be continued.
To be continued. It looks like the time in like Sec 3 where I dyed my hair green. But I wanted like an aqua, but it came out lime green.
Looks like the time where I dyed my hair blonde and then went in the water. And then all of a sudden I came out and I said, Mommy, why is my hair green?
But I actually really like it. So I'm very happy with my blue hair.
So
and
let's not continue.
Let's not insult me a little too much because I like the blue hair. Just got to fix the back there.
But yeah, we just figured we'll do a little Halloween special.
Yeah, and we have our special drinks.
Yes.
Cheers. You know what happens when me and Alessia drink on a podcast?
This is as far as we're going to get to Halloween this year.
The last time me and Alessia drank on a podcast, I beat her up after the show. And that's a fact. So let's not drink too much there.
I was telling Veronica, I'm like, oh, let's do a drinking game. She's like, I don't know about that. And then I was like, what if because she's like, we want to speak about Halloween. We don't want to speak about anything really else than that. I was like, what if we did like every time we said the word like or anyways, we'd have to drink. She's like, Alessia, we won't get to the podcast. We're going to do the first 2 minutes. I'm going to be passed out, wasted.
I was like, you're literally going to have to bring me to the hospital if we do
and there
that.
Was a literally.
You don't understand. I would not be. First of all, I wouldn't even realize. And she's like, who's going to count? David? How's he going to spend his whole time counting our 10,000 likes?
And that's why I was like, every 5 likes that we say, we have to drink. Who the fuck's counting?
Then it's a math question.
And then I said, what if we stutter? Every time we stutter, we have to drink. So you stuttered.
Yeah, and then I said, my stutter is progressively going to get worse.
Oh my God, I think I just got a booger because I laughed. Is it bad?
Check. No, you're good.
You know the boogers that feel like they're safe, but they're leaking down somehow.
Those are always the ones that are here and you don't realize till you get home and then you say,
yeah.
How far
Same
did
like
I
my
go
eyelashes.
With that? Did we ever talk about the time that we were all in a hot tub after a house party?
Stop.
This is just the best story. We're all in a hot tub and there's like guys in the hot tub. We were young. I think we were like honestly 17. Like this was like
Veronica, I know you want to make us sound better, but we were like we were 20.
We were in college. Okay, no, you're right. We were like 18, 19. Anyways, we're in a hot tub, fun. It's like 4 a.m. We're all in the hot tub, bunch of guys, bunch of girls. And Alessia's in the hot tub.
Save yourself there, bunch of girls.
Flirting with her guy. And I'm like, and he goes, what's that? I can't even get to that story. The guy that she's literally flirting with in the hot tub with goes, what's that? And then I say, oh my God, Alessia. She literally has a stick-on eyelash, strip lash, glued to her shoulder because it came off her face and it got stuck to her shoulder. And I just took it, threw it on the side, and I went, Ale, at this point, take off the other one.
Safe to say we didn't hook up that night because he was not interested. He said, that girl comes with a lot of baggage.
But it's like, what do? Do you keep the other eyelash on the eye or do you take it off
So
too?
it's so funny, but when I went for Christmas I went on vacation. I was in Mexico with Josh. Josh and I, my boyfriend, got in a little argument. And I was like, you know what? I'll just meet you at the restaurant. I was tired of waiting for him. He took a nap too long. We almost missed the show. So I was like, I'm leaving without you. So the little golf cart comes and pick me up. And there's people from like all around the world, like, right? So I'm getting on the golf cart. This guy thinks I came alone at this point. So I'm getting on the golf cart alone. And I remember when I was doing my makeup, I'm like, where the fuck's my other eyelash? Fuck. I didn't want to have to go in and fucking choose another take from the other pack because I calculated accordingly to the vacation, if you know what I mean.
You don't go in too soon.
So I went, one day is going to have to be no eyelashes or I'm going to have to rewear them. So I put on the new pair and all of a sudden I'm talking to this guy from like fucking, I don't even remember where in the world he was from, but safe to say it wasn't Mexico or Montreal. He was like a bit like, not odd, but like just different, you know?
Okay.
But he's asking me questions. He's like, he came alone, so he was wondering if I came alone.
He's looking
anyway.
to make friends.
And then all of a sudden we're driving on the golf cart. there's wind, right? We're driving, but somehow my eyelashes is right on my fucking shoulder. So the eyelash that I thought I lost was on my. So he goes, he's confused. You know, he's probably going, is this the style here in Mexico? Like, what's going on? He goes, I'm dying to ask, what is that? And I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh my God, literally. Turn off, like, oh my God, it's something to do with, like, beauty, like.
At that point, you say.
Because what do you want me to say? Oh, it's what I'm wearing on my eyes. Like, he's going to be like.
At that point, you say, a spider. And you call it a thing.
It's true, it could kind of pass as a spider.
Do you know how many times that I've left, first of all, at his house? When I first would sleep at his house, I would always take off my lashes and leave them on the dresser.
Same.
And he would literally wake up and be like, I thought it was a fucking spider, because I would leave them there, and he'd be like, no, come and get your fucking lashes.
Crazy. Even my boyfriend, he'd be like, you really don't clean up after yourself. I'm finding these fucking eyelashes everywhere. I swear to God, you can find me just by the trail of my eyelash.
It's the same.
I'm gonna drink, guys.
Aye, Captain. I can hear you. Okay, I'm not gonna start singing the whole song.
When you told me last episode that I was on sleep mode, I never laughed so much in my time.
I think you're laughing more this time.
I literally went,
You actually paused for a second. But eyelashes, first of all, as soon as they're not on your eye, they're disgusting.
Yeah.
And I love torturing my boyfriend and saying, babe, can you take my eyelashes off? He finds it disgusting. Like, you know when you pull them
well, I never asked my boyfriend to take them off.
Your eyelid is going with the eye. He's literally like, oh, and I'm like, just do it.
Crazy. Okay, you had a funny story to say that you're like, I'm dying to hear it. Because
honestly, it went with my colored hair, so we're just gonna full circle back there.
Okay.
So if you guys don't know, I was big into coloring my hair when I was younger, so I had literally every color. Like, I did like blue,
so kind of like
green.
The color of our glass mugs. Candy.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried every color here? Maybe not orange.
I had orange. But baby, I did the fucking rainbow.
It's true. You had orange like last week. No.
Okay. Burnt orange. But yeah, so I've done every color.
Okay, but every color in this glass?
I'm sure, yeah. I've done blue,
God.
purple, red.
I'm about to say rock on, chica.
Anyways, so I was in my hot pink stage, which was actually my last hair color ever. Maybe influenced by this story. So whatever. I'm in college at this point, and I have like really long fuchsia pink hair. And I always dressed very like punky, you could say. Like, I was always in black, studs, high boots, like nylons. Like, I was very like a rocker style back then. So, and I would always wear like fedoras, like the black hats, you know. I looked very alternative style. So it's after college. I'm walking in the metro, and it's like October. It's maybe like 2 weeks or a week before Halloween, but it's like the time of Halloween, but not there quite yet. Anyways, I get in the metro, and I'm waiting for the metro, minding my fucking business. And usually everybody's scared of me in the metro because I have pink hair, so nobody fucking talks to me. And somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey. And I'm like, hi. And they're like, I just wanted to say, like, I love your costume. And I was literally like,
I don't believe you.
No, I swear my life. They were like, I love how you're like already in the Halloween spirit. And I was literally like,
you're like, I had this pink hair for 3 years.
What do you say? Do you say this is my hair, or you just say thank you?
You say thank you. You say thank you, and you go to the hairdresser and you say it's time to change color.
She literally said, I love your Halloween costume. I'm like, not only the pink hair, but she's referring to my whole
I want to know
costume.
who she thought you were. Who did she think you were?
Realistically, who did I dress up as? The fucking emo bitch down the street. Like, anyway, so she complimented me on my costume, which was not a costume, which was what the fuck I wore every day.
I would just want to know what she's referring to.
Anyways, I got into that metro, and safe to say, I mean, I was insulted. And shortly after, my hair turned brown and short chopped. So
nothing new.
I had to start that off with that, guys. And, you know, 4 years later, here I am with another color. And thank God I don't take the metro, because I promise you somebody would stop and say, are you Storm? You're doing Storm this
But
year?
you also did it in the time of Halloween. So a part of me is like, what is this girl trying to be for Halloween here?
I don't know.
I just really want to know, is Halloween canceled? Because I need to know.
The guy... Excuse me, can't you wait for your fire when we're done doing this podcast?
Take the other route.
There's actually a fire station right beside my house.
Well, so that explains every podcast.
We have a fire truck. There's a lot of fires going on in this city. I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, I think I would start moving.
Did you hear in the last podcast? The
Veronica
cop car
was so loud.
I was like,
and then when you thought it was over, it recircled.
yeah, it was crazy.
Anyway.
Anyways, sidetrack. What I want to say was, so I did my hair blue, and I'm realizing doesn't go with any of the Halloween costumes I potentially would have done. Who the fuck has blue hair? Nobody. But anyways, I started saying maybe I'll be a blueberry.
No.
But, so basically, the guy, whatever his name is, Legault. Last year, if you're not from Montreal, last year Halloween was fucking postponed because it was raining. And this year we have a pandemic, and he's like, yeah, still gonna go on. Don't worry about it. But apparently only for the kids. So it's either trick or treating or staying home.
No, I figured out my Halloween costume, a kid's outfit. I want to talk about going trick or treating because for me, I was never able to give that up. Like, even the older I got, the more I was still like, I want to go door to door. I want to see who's gonna give me a full bar of chocolate.
There was always
there was always one house that gave a full bar,
but you had to go early,
and it was never the big house. The big house was always the misconception. You always thought you were getting it. When you get there, you're getting a fucking lollipop or half a Smartie, because they're sharing. Because every person's coming to the big house.
I love the houses. I was big on the houses that gave chips. Like, I would literally go back twice.
Oh my God, Veronica, the most like, are you kidding me? You get a water bottle, you have never been happier.
A water bottle?
A water bottle? You're dying of thirst from walking. And I'll never forget, getting a water bottle was like the best. Okay.
If I got a water bottle as a kid, I would throw it back at the person's face.
But you know what I mean? You're walking, you're just so dehydrated, you're eating candy. When you get that water bottle, you're actually saying, thank you, Jesus.
I don't agree. 6-year-old me was saying, give me those fucking Fruit Loops I see in the back there.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've been to houses before. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like you go to a house and they ran out of candy and they're like, I'll find something for you. And they come back with like a one nacho chip and a bear paw. And you're like, keep it. Like, I've had people give me money. Like, it's just like,
what's your favorite, I guess.
Shit.
What's your favorite, like,
candy to get?
Candy to get or chocolate?
Chips for sure.
Okay, let's rank them.
So for me, my best is bags of chips. Love.
Yeah. My worst is Tootsie Roll. You give me a Tootsie Roll, it's going straight in the garbage.
You know what's the worst candy on fucking earth?
What?
And like literally, if you eat this, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Who?
Candy corn. Do you know what candy corn is? You know, like those like triangles that are like green.
Veronica, you got it once in your life and now you're scarred?
They're like
I never saw that.
They're a Halloween. If I show you a picture, you'll know exactly what it is. I'm showing you a picture right now.
But you know, when people like pre-made bags, I was always so excited. I'm like, what's gonna be in there? A Smartie, a nib.
I hate Smarties. Smarties are the fucking worst.
That's weird because I thought I saw Smarties at your house the other day.
I just Googled, instead of Googling candy corn, I Googled Halloween. So we're off to a rough
Somebody's
start.
in the spirit, guys. But no, I think my favorite my favorite candy, ew.
Guys, disgusting.
Ew.
If
no,
you
my
eat
favorite
this, babe, do you eat this? Because I'm breaking up with you right now. If you do, that's disgusting. He says no, so we're good, guys.
My favorite, I think I would say, is like a good old, like, I don't know, like Kit Kat, Smartie.
Yeah, but I like the ones that you don't like. I loved Mars bars. Like, I feel like Mars bars, they're not in the usual trio.
No, they're in the
pack.
more expensive box.
Yeah.
So don't go to the big house for that.
You have to go to the Mars bars. Like, I loved Mars bars.
Even, oh my God, Popeyes. That was my favorite.
Popeyes.
I
Popeye
can't
salad.
speak, honestly.
Popeyes, yeah, but when you're 6 and you're going, because you think you're so fucking cool.
I can't. But yeah, chips are cool to get. Water's good. I know Veronica doesn't agree.
I hate Coffee Crisp. I know you probably
love
don't. Disgusting.
Coffee Crisp.
Disgusting. Guys, my candy bag.
Does your boyfriend like it? Because he
loves it. He loves it. My candy bag is Mars
bars. No kidding, he likes it. He likes Nesquik in your fucking coffee. No kidding, he likes Coffee Crisp.
I hate coffee flavored things. I find it disgusting.
You're
like, you don't even like your coffee
Everything
flavored like coffee. You like your coffee flavored like hot chocolate. But no, for me it's like Mars bars, Kit Kat, chips, and like gummies. Like,
she basically named everything that comes with candies. So we know Veronica likes everything.
No, I fucking hate Smarties. Honestly, Smarties are disgusting.
Yeah, Smarties is like my second resort.
No, Smarties is, I eat my whole candy bag and at the bottom is Smarties.
Yeah. When you were young, did your parents say, I gotta take a look at the bag before you start eating out of it? Because that was fucking annoying.
No. First of all, I don't think my mom ever did. I think she went, And
she was
probably
a cool
took
mom.
two for herself.
My mom, no. She literally almost
Your
washed
mom had the
each
X-ray.
one with. She washed each one with soap practically. Like
Your mom had the machine like at the airport. But guys, realistically, I just want to know, was there actually people? Because I want to know who the fuck is going separately and drugging people.
it's not even
kids'
drugging.
candy.
It could be like a needle or something.
Yeah, but I want to know who the fuck is.
I know. It's
why.
really fucked up. But also, you were in Australia when the girl added needles in the strawberries and somebody almost died. So
That was the thing. In Australia, like 2 years ago when I was there was somebody got arrested because she worked at a strawberry factory and she was putting needles in the
she
strawberries.
went to jail. No,
Yeah, she went to jail.
for life. What was her sentence?
For life. Okay, she put one needle in a strawberry. I don't remember. Anyways, what I wanted to say is though, this is what I never understood. As I got older and I realized that drugs are expensive, why would you buy drugs, put it in kids' candy
To not
and
even-
to not even see what's gonna happen? Like, you know what? Date rape, yes, I get it. I get why people do that.
Veronica, there's a lot of fetishes out there.
But it's if you're drugging a kid, realistically, they're at home eating the candy. So what's the benefit of you doing that? Like, that's why I just think it's a fucking
I don't
myth.
know. Maybe they're. I don't even know.
Like, I just realistically.
Well, what was the girl's motto behind putting a needle in a strawberry that she didn't know who would get it?
I think she got fired. She got fired.
Oh, she was angry at the company,
yeah,
so
she was
decided
angry at
to
the
do
company.
something.
So she like revenged.
Well, I don't know where she revenged because
Talk about needles. She's behind bars now. So
literally,
Yeah.
what's a needle on a bar?
don't know if that's a motto. But sorry, what was that? What's a needle and a bar? Anyway,
A
not
chocolate bar.
Anyway, so I just don't believe that people were actually out there drugging people, and that's why my mom never checked my fucking candy, and that's why I think it's fucking
That's why
stupid.
you have blue hair.
And that's why also probably the only person who was drugging something was the people drugging the water bottles, because I didn't fucking drink anything. I didn't get no
Oh my
water
God.
bottle.
It was one of my neighbors. I said safe.
Yeah, you probably took it from the special area. Even better, he's your neighbor. He's right there for when you start passing out. He's gonna go, this one will sell perfectly.
Listen. How much did you sell me for?
Like, honestly, I would pay somebody to take you. Pay somebody to take you selling.
Okay, so you don't believe in needles. What
You
about
don't believe
like?
in needles.
I mean, you don't believe
Drugging candy. I mean, look, probably there's a case out there. I just think it's so, like, I don't understand
No,
why people
I don't
would
understand
do that.
it either.
I like, there's no benefit for them.
No, none.
Realistically, the kid's gonna eat the candy when he's home. So what's the...
Well, you never know. Actually, I get in that candy while I'm walking. It's because
You're
I know
the
my
perfect
mom's gonna
target.
X-ray everything when I get home, so I try and eat all the good stuff then, because I don't feel like waiting till the morning until she X-rays everything and then I can eat it. I have a really controlling mom, it seems.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right. I would hide all the good ones, and then
do-
I'd be like, "Here, Dad, you can have all the Tootsie Rolls." Like,
I do though remember, like, when I was getting older, it was like so crazy to like, you were like literally testing how long you could go still trick-or-treating while it was still okay, like, because I know at certain points when I was bringing my brother trick-or-treating, they'd be like, you're a little old for this, and I was like, bitch, give me the candy.
No.
Don't, what are you telling me, Santa's not real? You're a little old for this. Like, are you fucking joking? Give me this candy right now.
no. The best is when they left the candy on the outside door and they said, "Take one."
Everyone take one, please. Think of the others. I'm gonna
I
tell
went.
you. I'm
We
gonna tell
grabbed
you what
the whole
they did.
fucking bag.
They said, okay.
But at that point, if you're not into the spirit of giving out candy, just close your lights and call it a day. Like my
I
parents
mean,
do every year when it's
listen.
Halloween. They close their lights and they go to a restaurant. I have fucking mean parents. They're not in the spirit on a street that's very Halloween themed, okay? So I just want to know that this year they're getting a taste of their own fucking medicine. The
They are
fucking
staying
restaurants
home.
are going to be closed on Halloween. They're going to have no choice but to be home.
And there's
you
always-
fucking listen to those doorbells ring.
There's always the kids that ring even though the lights are off.
Oh, are you
Like,
kidding me? They
I
go
was
they
one
go
of
smash
those.
pumpkins. Pumpkins.
is that still a thing? Like, remember the night before
Yeah,
Halloween?
what was it?
What was it called?
Halloween Mad
Mad
Night.
Night. Thank God we have our...
Everybody goes on with their hoodies on.
But like, did that
to
ever
sma-
happen? It happened once when I was a kid. I remember that people got their pumpkins.
I feel like
smashed.
you were definitely the type of person that was there once. She's acting like she wasn't there for one night. She had her fucking hoodie on and her pink hair.
Absolutely. I love Halloween. I would never do anything
Shut
like
up,
that.
bitch.
I'm serious. If there was one holiday I would ruin, it wouldn't be Halloween. I love Halloween.
So you've never done it?
I've never done it. I've never done it, but I've also never experienced it except for like one Halloween. I remember somebody had done it to my neighbors. But also like, bitch, why are you ruining it? I fucking love Halloween. Why you gotta smash my
mom's
pumpkin?
like, I don't understand why all of the people who get pumpkins, they just throw it out after Halloween. Give them to me. You make pumpkin soups, pumpkin, and I'm just like, oh my god, mom.
She's the
a
one
lot of
checking
people
your
don't
candy,
really,
but
like
wants
use
to take
the
secondhand
pumpkin. They
pumpkins.
just have it for decoration and then they throw it out. But anyways,
Yeah, but what are you gonna do with a
on
carved out
another
pumpkin?
topic, you're like, don't cut me off.
Oh my god,
Ghosts.
What's ghosts?
Do we believe them? Because I don't. Next thing you know, what I'm gonna leave today and I'm gonna be like, Veronica, I
but-
just saw a ghost.
And it's me because I'm so fucking pale. Literally, when I did my hair blue, I was like, okay, I'm so pale. I need to get some color on here because it's.
I FaceTime her. She was putting on spray tan. I'm like, excuse me, is there this Insta filter on right now on FaceTime? What's
I
going
was
on?
super dark, but I literally put fake tan, guys, until here. So I'm like, I fucked myself up because all I wear is crop tops. So I'm trying to hide my pale stomach, but even if you see it, it's gonna match with my
So
top.
what you're
we're
saying
good.
is the top that I lent to you is gonna be all full of
No, it doesn't come
residue
off.
after.
Bitch, you're a fake tan beginner because fake tan doesn't smudge, okay, if you do it right. No, but I wanted to talk about ghosts. So I know you don't believe in ghosts, but do you believe in spirits?
I mean, I want to say yes to spirits, but I also, at the same time, I'm like, yes, spirits, I would say yes, but ghost, absolutely not. It's just like,
But what's the
this
difference?
commercialized, like,
What's the difference? I'm not talking about a ghost with the two
well,
eyes.
that's what I think of. I think of like this.
But
I
real-
think of how I'm dressed right now, actually.
This is her second costume.
Spirits is like being able to like.
But like, wouldn't spirits be a ghost? Essentially, a spirit is a ghost.
Well, then what's technically the difference?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Why don't you believe in ghosts, but you believe in spirits?
Well, spirits, it's because it literally never leaves you. A ghost is like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, I think for
A
me,
ghost is like technically somebody who's there. Spirit is like somebody like living. Like, how do I even say that?
you mean, for example, like spirit is more like not physically there. Spirit is more like you
Right,
feel their
exactly.
spirit, but they're not actually there.
Yeah. Like you can feel somebody in your spirit, but not actually being like, oh my god,
But
I saw a ghost. It's like, shut up, bitch.
Okay. Then I understand what you mean, but I believe that it's kind of the same because I believe that seeing a ghost is seeing a spirit.
Which fucking ghost have you seen? Get on with your fucking story.
I've never seen
There
a ghost.
once was this time where I saw
I've
a ghost.
never seen a ghost, but I
and
haven't
it had
really.
to be that because there was no other answer.
No, I actually have a really scary story, but I just wanted to know first if you believe in ghosts. I would say I believe in ghosts, but I believe in spirits for sure. But I do believe, yeah, I would say it's the same thing. So for me, I believe in spirits. I believe in ghosts. For me, it's all the same thing.
Really? Because you just said a second ago you believed in one.
No, I believe in
Anyway,
both.
okay.
But it's just like, I don't believe that like,
Shoot the shits.
no, I believe in spirits and ghosts. But I do agree with you that I don't think it's like you're seeing a person there. Like I don't believe into.
It's like the door suddenly shuts and you're like,
suddenly shuts.
Ouija board all over again.
So you believe
we'll
in
get
that?
into that too.
You believe if like a door would suddenly shut. That's
I
spirit.
don't. You know what I think it is I spend too much time being occupied on being scared with like kidnappings and people trying to get me that I don't have time in my day to be worried about ghosts and spirits. I occupy all my time
to the real shit.
to the real shit that's going on in this fucking society.
See, I'm not scared about getting kidnapped, but I'm afraid of ghosts. So how does that work? Anyway, so I do have a really crazy.
But also love the movie Ghost.
What's ghost?
Before your time. I'm 24, she's 23. You can already see where the difference is.
The age gap. I can't deal with how jiggly this drink is. Jingly.
I want to drink, but I just don't know how that's going to work.
Every time I look at my glass, I think, should I stick my finger in
But
and
then I
take
also feel like if I spill it everywhere, like it's technically my couch, so like you can't get mad at me.
I think once I remodeled it, it became my couch. It's like
Because it
an
wasn't the
adoption.
couch I got.
Yeah. Hey guys, so we're just going to quickly get into our ads. So today we have two very special sponsors of the podcast. So the first one, we'd like to give a special shout out to STAKORA. They are a personalized jewelry company in Montreal. So all their pieces are handcrafted here. And they offer personalized jewelry. So as you can see, me and Alessia are both wearing our necklaces.
We're both wearing our necklaces. Mine says Chemical X in a different font than Veronica's.
Yeah, so they come in a bunch of different fonts, and they also are available in sterling silver, and then they also have white gold, solid gold, yellow gold, and rose gold. So you really have like the opportunity to customize your necklace how you want. You can get whatever text you want on it, and they have free shipping.
Yeah.
And
they're really light. Like they're really comfortable.
They're super cute and dainty.
They won't change color.
Yeah, and basically we have a good discount code for you all, so you can use Chemical X10, which gives you 10% off at checkout, and they're super reasonably priced.
Oh, the prices are super
really
reasonable.
Really good. Honestly, guys, if you wanted to get a personalized necklace, they're super in right now. I would definitely recommend going with them. Their packaging is also super fucking cute, and I know they can be really pricey in some places. And honestly,
and it's such a good gift. Even if it's not for you and you already have a name necklace, you can write anything you want in different fonts. They have about like 8 or 9 fonts, and you can get it as a gift. Nobody not likes a name necklace.
Yeah. You could get bitch, you could get whatever the fuck you want.
I have Chemical X, she has baby girl, so we make it work.
Next time you want to break up with somebody, just get It's Over and give them the necklace, and then it's easy peasy. So guys, check it out. We're going to put the link below in the description, and you could use our code.
Our second sponsor of the day is Neonific. They have amazing neon signs. If you're looking into getting a neon sign, it doesn't just need to be in a restaurant. It could be anywhere. Veronica and I just pop them anywhere. You could put them in your bathroom. You could put them in your living room. It just creates such a vibe when you turn on the lights and just close your actual lights and just turn on the neon sign.
Yeah.
It's super dope. And we have a discount code for you guys as well. So use Chemical X at checkout for 10% off.
Yeah, so check them out. All the links will be below in the description. So basically,
she's summing up the story already.
I'm not summing up. You're getting the full uncensored story. Ooh. So this is a story that happened to me, and you guys can believe it or not. I literally don't give a shit. But
I'll decide after this if I'm switching to believe in ghosts.
All to say, like, this is, like, I know we say jokes on this podcast and stuff, but this is actually like a real story that actually happened to me, and like not exaggerated whatsoever.
Drum roll, please. Eye roll, please.
Anyways, so when I was younger, I was probably in high school.
Keyword younger, guys.
Younger. So already
don't believe everything.
Already I knew that was gonna happen. So I'm probably like, I want to say maybe like 12.
She doesn't even remember her age, guys. Forget the whole story.
Nobody's gonna believe me, but I swear it's true. Okay, so I was maybe like 11 or 12. I was maybe 11 or 12, and this is when Ouija boards started becoming like a really popular thing. Or I don't know if they were always a popular thing, but I know it was popular in my friend group at that time. Mm-hmm. So naturally, I bought a Ouija board. Ouija, I don't know, but I'm calling it a Ouija board. Bought a Ouija board.
All I know is my mom didn't allow that Ouija board in the house.
My mom did not know it was in the house. I made my dad buy it when I was on the weekend with him, and then I came back and went.
The great thing of having your parents separated.
Amazing. Can sneak shit in there. So anyway, so I had this Ouija board, had a big sleepover with my friends, and I mean, we would play it here and there, but I was always like scared to play it alone. So I had a big sleepover with all my friends, and we started playing Ouija board, but you know, they say, is it real? Is it not real? Who knows? Realistically,
you have to test it out.
You have to test it out. So we all played, and like some freaky shit would happen, and we would like be scared. And then we were asking all these questions, and we were like, is this house haunted? And we were playing at my house. Obviously, not a question I would fucking ask ever again. But being dumb and 11 or 12, I asked the question. So they answered yes. And I'm like, okay, bitch.
There you pushed a button.
Who knows? Maybe it was my fucking bitch ass friend that was going, yes, this house is haunted with this fucking slut. Anyway, so we play. Basically, the Ouija board tells me that the house is haunted, and specifically my room is haunted. And we're like, okay, who lives there? Is it a bad spirit or a good spirit? They're like, it's a bad spirit. And I'm like, not sleeping tonight. And then we're like, okay, what's the name of the spirit? And then it's going to like, it kept going A-K, A-K, A-K. So we're like, what the fuck? So we nicknamed because I was with all my friends at the time, we nicknamed the ghost Aka because it was A-K, A-K, A-K. And at this time, my bedroom was in the basement of my house. So all the rest of my family slept on the second floor. So we were like
not sleep in your
we were
room.
like a whole 2 floors in between each other. Like they were all the way at the top of the house and I was in the basement. So whatever, we had that sleepover, freaky, very freaky, but I had all my friends there, whatever. And then I would have people over, play Ouija again. We'd always ask the questions. And then all of a sudden, like while we would be playing, it would always happen that like we would be talking to somebody and then it would just change. And then it would be like AK, or like bad shit would like they would start saying like really weird bad shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then after this happened, really weird things, because they say like when you start talking to spirits, it's almost like inviting them into your house. Like if you invite a spirit to talk to you, you're saying literally come into my house. You know what I mean? So basically it's like an open door. Don't say yeah, you don't believe. Anyways, so basically they say like you like open the door to the spirit world, then it's like now they're there. So once I found out about this bad spirit that lived in my room, really weird stuff started happening. And you could say it was my imagination, but it really wasn't, because it's like physically things that would happen. Okay. So like as the story goes,
You know
it
what,
gets
that other
weirder.
episode when we said we create something once we know it's there? It's exactly what
This
her
is
12-year-old self did.
Trust me when I say that this is not
I'm a bit
this.
scared now. I'm like, our spirit's going to come out? Do I got to worry
No,
about more than
I left them
kidnappings?
at my childhood house. So you're like,
Spirits move, I want you to know. So
he came in my bag and he said, bitch, you thought. He's probably sitting beside you on this podcast.
Okay,
You're
Veronica.
like, now I'm scared. See, I knew she believed this fucking bitch. I knew she believed. Anyways, so after we started playing this game, really weird stuff started happening. So basically, I would be in my room, and I remember one time I was listening to music, and I'm listening to the song that I always listen to. All of a sudden, the song starts this, and I'm listening on iTunes. Like it wasn't online, YouTube. It wasn't none of that. So I'm listening online on iTunes, and it starts playing, and all of a sudden in the middle of the song it starts like and the song's fucking up, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like that's really scary. And I'm like, okay, really weird, whatever. I play the song again, happens again. I'm like, okay, shut the song. And then I play it later and there's nothing wrong with the song. So I'm like, step one, fucking weird. Anyway, so I had no windows in my room. So when I was in my room, it was like pitch black. And I always sleep very, like, I don't move in my sleep at all. Like, I just like stay there. I never really move. Like, I'm not somebody who like messes up the covers and stuff. And ever since like the weird things started happening, I would wake up and my sheets would literally be like crumbled up in a ball all around the bed. Like the sheets ripped out from the pulled out from the bottom. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't sleep. I've never been somebody who slept like messy. Anyways, so all these little weird things were happening. She's going in for the candy. So all these little weird things started happening. And I was just like a little bit freaked out. But I can explain that when weird things are happening, you're almost like, you don't buy into exactly what's happening. You're just like,
I know.
You're just like, okay, no, it's fine. Like you ease it out, because either way you have to sleep there at night, you know? So anyways, this is when really weird shit started happening. So I would be like chilling in my room, and out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, the power in my room, and I'm not talking about the lights, would shut off. The power in my room would shut off. So like the whole power would go down.
What the fuck?
And I would be like, what the fuck? And
I want to know where your parents are in all this.
they're upstairs. I'm in my room.
They're sleeping beauty.
So the power in my room, but this is all over like a bunch of days. Like this whole thing happened for years. Okay. So I would just
you didn't fucking move? I would have said, parents, I'm coming upstairs.
I'm gonna say, bitch, deal with it. The ghost obviously likes you. So I would just be chilling, and all of a sudden the power in my room would shut off. But the weird thing is that the breaker, to turn it back on, I would have to go to the breaker and switch the breaker back on. It wasn't my lights. It was literally the breaker would jump. And I never, ever had this problem in the years that I lived in that room. Never had this problem. All of a sudden, when these weird things started happening, that would happen. And the craziest thing about it was that my power was connected to the room in front of me. And some fucking how, it would never affect in that room. It would only be in my room. So anyways, that would happen. And I'm talking about often. Like there would it would happen like times, it would happen like sometimes 3 times a week. And then at one point, we didn't have a dog. But sometimes my mom would babysit the neighbor's dog, like when they were out or something. So I was home alone, there was that we were babysitting the dog, and no, actually, what happened? This was the scariest thing. No, yeah, sorry. We were babysitting the dog. It was raining outside. Recipe for a scary movie, essentially. I'm home alone, babysitting the dog. Home alone. And I hear the dog barking at the top of the stairs. So I look at the top of the stairs and I'm like, okay, come down, you know? But you know how they say that dogs can sense spirits? Mm-hmm. So I'm like freaked out, you know? So he's barking at the top of the stairs and I'm saying, come down. Like I'm calling him to come downstairs. He won't come down the stairs. He's just standing at the top barking. And I'm like, what the fuck? Go back into my room. All of a sudden, power shuts off. I'm like, okay,
oh my God.
That's just so fucking scary. I can't explain.
Oh my God, what did you do?
I would tell my parents about it, but they were just like, it's fine. And they just thought it was weird that my breaker would always go off. And my stepdad would be like, but I don't understand why it doesn't, like, it's attached to this room. Why don't the lights go off in this room too? Anyways, that I don't know, but it was just really weird. And then the scariest time of all, I remember, I was home alone showering. And we had an electric fireplace. So you have to like turn it on with like a switch and like you put it up. You know what I mean? It's not a real fireplace. Mm-hmm. It's a gas fireplace. And it was, I'm telling you, never on. Like nobody ever used this fucking fireplace, okay? In all my years living there, I've never seen this fireplace on. And I'm home alone. I get out of the shower and I'm like, what's that sound? And I go into the thing and I see that the fireplace is on. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I would have moved out.
I literally don't even know how to turn this fireplace on. I didn't even know there was gas in it to be able to turn it on. So I'm like, what the fuck? Found it really weird. Go downstairs, and I leave it on because I don't even know how to fucking turn it off. Go downstairs to my room. I'm literally in my towel on the bed, chilling. All of a sudden, boom, power goes out in my room. I'm like, this is the
last time you played the Ouija board.
And I'm telling you, this happened for years. And I only played the Ouija board for maybe like a month. And then once weird shit started happening, I literally gave the board away. I was like, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. And this happened for years after.
But when you gave away the Ouija board and then suddenly, was it still going on?
Yeah, it happened for years. Like I moved out at 16. And this was happening since I was 13. And I think the year before I moved out, maybe when I was like 15, it just magically stopped happening. Like my lights would never shut off ever. Till my parents moved out of the house.
The spirit was saying, you be good and I be good too.
Yeah. There was never the problem. So it really, for like maybe like 2-3 years, it would happen. Every once in a while, sometimes it would happen more. And then it just like stopped kind of happening.
Crazy.
Until it stopped happening altogether. And I was like very, very convinced that my room was haunted just for like the amount of weird shit that would happen. My God. And I can't even remember. Like those are just the stories that I remember. But sorry, this happened for like fucking years. So there was so many little things that happened. And you just like, when you're sleeping there, you just kind of like forget about it. You just like move on. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to scare yourself even more. But
I know. It's like Bloody Mary.
If that would happen to me now, guys, I don't know how the fuck 13-year-old me was like. 13-year-old me said, good night. Like, are you kidding?
That's probably why the spirit didn't even bother you.
The spirit was like, I've been trying to scare this bitch for so many years. She doesn't even give a shit. I'm out. He literally packed his bags and he left.
I've actually played a Ouija board before. The thing is, my parents were like, you are not playing that in this house. You are not playing that. They were like super strict about it.
But that's why I'm always like, if you don't believe in it, then why are you telling me I can't play it in the house?
Exactly. Because my parents were like, it's not real, but you're also not bringing it out. So I said, something's a little off here. Yeah. So I remember I was in high school, maybe like grade 5, and like a couple of guys and a couple of girls, we all got together, and none of our parents wanted us to play in the house. So we met at a park. Which is kind of even scarier if you think about it.
I've done the same thing. Nobody ever wants to play Ouija board in their house.
No one ever wants to play Ouija board in the house. So yeah, we got together and we were playing. And like, I guess the reason, like, the Ouija board was moving. And like, we were asking questions and it was moving. But you know me, investigator me, I'm going, who the fuck is moving it? And I'm like, when you're playing, are you subconsciously moving it and you don't even realize, like, to the answer you want? But then I'm like, there's 5 people. So like, the like tension that would be going on if somebody's trying to go no and yes, like, but why is it suddenly gliding over? Like, how does the Ouija board bring a spirit? Like, I don't even understand fully the Ouija board.
It's literally a wooden board.
Do you have to do anything before you start? I can't remember now.
I don't remember. I think like I was very into at the time I was super into like spiritual stuff and like spirits and like a little bit witchcraft. So I remember like doing all these little things to try and make it like more effective and to try and like really call the spirits. And now I'm like, bitch, call the spirits, hang up the motherfucking phone. Like, I don't want to talk to no spirit.
Did you ever see the meme of the kids playing Ouija board in the house and the mom goes to the bathroom and turns off the light switch and is like turning it on and off and all you hear is the kids crying?
That's me as a mom.
Oh my God. Just to make sure their kid comes out funny and comes out a little on their toes. Like,
just
I would
to make sure they have a little trauma in them.
Literally.
So that they can have a sense of humor.
Yeah. But oh my God, I love Halloween though.
I like being like, even as a kid, I loved being scared. Like, I don't know what it was of being a kid,
but now
like,
probably now you would less want to watch a scary movie or whatever.
But do you know, I feel like when I was a kid, me and my cousins, we would literally go to the fucking Blockbuster, or like whoever
Speaking
remembers
of
that.
blocked, did your nose just get blocked?
My nose just got blocked.
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck? Her voice just changed.
I also have
as she said Blockbusters. Does that mean the spirits in the house? We don't know.
I also have my slippers that match my hair. Anyways, so I remember we would go to a movie store and rent like 6 scary movies and watch them all. And I didn't give a fuck. And now my boyfriend's like, you want to watch a scary show? And I'm like, how scary is it? Like, I'm afraid
you got
now.
traumatized as a kid. I know.
I watched so many scary movies and I was so down
so
to be
crazy.
afraid.
Yeah.
But now I'm like...
Yeah, like being a family where I have like, there's my dad and 2 brothers. Like, I always found myself watching scary shit or like things that like, cover her eyes. Like, kind of thing.
Cover her eyes, the little baby girl. Like, anyways, I always found like I was just thrown into it, you know. But I think when I was younger and I used to watch it, I used to get such bad dreams that I think it'd be the same thing now. Like, if I watched it, I would have a hard time going to bed, and I'm not down. I like my sleep, so I'll just shy away from those really quickly. I mean, when I was a kid, the first scary movie I ever watched was, I was super young. I was like 8 years old, and I watched The Exorcist. And I didn't actually watch it. It was playing on the TV when all my aunts and uncles were watching it and my dad. And I remember like halfway through the movie, I walk in and I sit down and I'm like, what the fuck is
I think
this?
mine was either Saw or The Ring.
Oh my God. The most traumatizing movie that I ever watched. And I had nightmares for like 2 years. This movie literally traumatized me to the point where The Grudge, traumatized, to the point where I couldn't sleep in my bed lying on my back with my knees up, because there's a scene where like the spirit, the fucking ghost, is under the covers. So when I would have my knees up when I was sleeping, it would seem like it's her under.
I know.
So guys, I conditioned myself to not sleep with my knees up. Still to this day, I don't fucking sleep with my knees up because I'm so like, I literally kicked it out of my system.
The question is, do you have sex with your knees up?
What? Could have been a good joke, but it wasn't.
Fail.
But what's your scary, like, what was your most traumatizing scary movie?
I just told you, like, I think The Ring or Saw. There was like Saw 1, 2, and 3.
Saw's
sorry,
like,
they're
disgusting.
like literally sawing a body and you see the blood.
I know, it's just gross. But
I don't know. I
not
can't
having,
think
like,
right now. There might
nightmares.
be something that comes to mind, but
I think for me, like,
yeah.
really scary movies are always the ones with like spirits and like possessions. Like, to this day, my one fear is like possessions and like demons and stuff like that. For me,
because you can't control that. It's like it's coming
the
out of your
scariest
gut.
thing.
It's coming out of everywhere,
and it's like it could be true.
I
like,
know.
I'm not afraid of like the monster under the bed, but like when it comes to fucking demons and possessions, I'm like, yo, I already had a haunted ass room. I don't need anything else.
I know, but like I don't know. I think of like Halloween in Montreal, and I'm just like, I've done like. I think
it's
like,
just not the same as other places.
I've done a couple of Halloweens not here. When I was single, here we go. When I was single, I got asked to go on a trip to Miami. This was like a while ago. Because I was in Miami last year, so we're not talking about that year. It was a long time ago.
You're one of those girls who got the flyouts, free trip.
And I want to just make something clear right fucking now.
Oh no, I'm not insulting you.
Okay, no, because a lot of people, I remember like at the time I was super young and I was like, do I tell my mom just for safety reasons that I'm going on a trip? Somebody's paying my trip and like I don't really know like. Anyways, just to be safe. And I was like, well, I'm sleeping at my friend's house. I was going for just the weekend. Wow, I sound like such a whore. Oh, my God. But I went there with, it was a whole group thing. It wasn't like I was going for one person. And you're only getting the flight paid if you sleep with somebody. I was getting my own entire room, like at a nice hotel. And I was like, fuck. And my girlfriend got invited too. So I was like, hey, let's just do it. Why not? I feel like it was a bit before the time of like everybody started being like, you want me to come pay my flight? Now it's like, you get that. You're like, you go, girl. Back then it was like, I don't know. Back then, I make it seem like it was so long ago.
But it's true. I think it definitely got more
but
like,
it was
common.
Yeah. And I was like, I was a little nervous about it because I'm like, I'm not the type of girl who's going to go on a trip. If I have to owe something to someone or have to sleep with somebody for it, I'm not going to do it. Because that's just not in my personality to be like, oh, free trip, I'm going to just bang them. Like, no.
I mean, are they cute? No, I'm just kidding. But I do think...
They were rich, so... Kidding.
I do think... It's the same thing. I do think literally the only people who would like hate on it were the bitches who were jealous.
I'm sorry, but I just want to make something clear. It's the people in high school who are like, no, this girl, that girl. Or like people who like hate you. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you get that offer. Sorry that you're not getting that offer.
That's
and
what
you're
I'm saying.
Bitter about it.
The people that hate on it is guys.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to pay a girl's trip. And girls who are jealous because they didn't get invited. Those are the only two. Anyone else is like, yo.
People getting... Because I'm like, I'm sorry,
now,
realistically, it's like, if you know that the person's a good person and they're not a serial killer, and you're getting invited to leave Montreal to go fucking enjoy Miami's Halloween, like, why wouldn't you go?
Yeah.
I'm getting my own room, guys, so I know I don't have to sleep with anybody. Like, obviously, I'm gonna fucking go.
It's just like, I swear, people who hate on stuff, it's pure out of jealousy. Like, I see guys
It's the same thing, though, even with, like, getting things done on your face, or if you change from high school. Like, I was just talking to this girl, but, like, 3 days ago, and she was saying, yeah, like, this girl from high school was talking so much shit about me, and she was saying I got so much surgery and shit done. I was like, don't they know that people can progress from high school? Like, people's jaws can literally change.
I mean,
like,
don't get me wrong.
Puberty.
Don't get me wrong. I got surgery.
No, but yes, but anyways, they just make up a bunch of shit. Like, it's normally the people you go to high school with, or like people who just like never liked you. And it's just, Anyway, so
it's always the jealous people. But I feel like Halloween in Miami. I've never done Halloween in Miami
is so much fun. I did it last year with my boyfriend, so a little different, if you know what I mean. But when I did it with my girlfriend, we were sharing a hotel, so it was really like win. Also, food service on them, so let's just make it a fun trip, you know. Just also, getting free like food. I was ordering everything at the hotel because I'm like, it's going under their credit card.
It's so also when you're leaving, you're taking the bathrobe and you're stuffing it in your suitcase.
Literally, we would have dinner reservations and I'm ordering pizza salad. I'm like, no, we're gonna make use out of this trip. I don't give a shit how wasted, how drunk you are. We're ordering 3 carrot cakes, 1 cheesecake, cheese pizza, pasta, and everything. They're gonna look at that bill later and go,
these fat ass bitches.
Fucking girls were not even worth it. They didn't even sleep with us.
But it's so funny how like different things are. I think like, first of all, Halloween is super like American and Canadian, because when I was in Australia, like Halloween just like it was a thing, but just not really. Like, people didn't really care about it, especially in a place where it's fucking hot and you could do like a sick outfit, because that's when summer is.
Oh my god, that's what's so much fun. Like, being able to wear a costume.
They just like, they don't really care about Halloween. Like, I was like, sorry. I was like, bitch, I'm here trying to have my first summer Halloween and you guys don't care about it?
I know.
Are you joking?
I know.
Like, it's
Miami's
just not a big
for
thing.
That, though, yeah.
Miami is definitely probably the best
already
place
on
for
a
Halloween.
normal day, it's already
fun.
insane.
It's
fun.
extravagant. It's just an extravagant place.
Like, no, everybody's like fun there. And imagine on Halloween, it's just so much fun. But yeah, that was a fun trip. Babe, if you're listening and you want to, you know, sponsor us on our next trip to Miami. Oh my god, I'm just like, I can't.
Oh my god.
Which is jokes, because last year he took me there and it's just like, is this a tradition? I'm gonna have to find a boyfriend that's always gonna want to take me there. Weird.
Well, I mean, now you gotta do your Halloween. This year, what are you fucking doing for Halloween? Nothing. So
I mean, it's not too late to book Miami.
Technically,
I just
we're
gotta
allowed
get
to go.
fired first.
I found out that you're allowed to fly to the US, but you can't drive. So explain to me how the fuck that makes sense.
Because if you ask me, you're safer in the car.
But how the fuck does that make sense? How does it actually make sense that you could fly to another country, but you can't drive through?
I don't know, but we're not going to start. Okay, I just want to shout out to this one guy who was like, your podcast is so good. You guys should interview. Tell me you saw it. You guys should interview Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, if you're listening, I know I called you daddy like 6 episodes ago. So
But
here's
if you
your
want to be
invite.
our daddy and come on the podcast, apparently we have people recommending it. But I'm like also be reasonable with the people you ask us to bring on. Like, he's literally fighting a war right now, and you're asking us to fucking get Justin Trudeau on the podcast. Like, be a little fucking realistic.
To come and sit in my apartment with our fucking 2 spotlights and 2001 camera. Like,
Oh my god.
I just wanted to wrap. What time are we at?
I don't know.
I just wanted to wrap this up with like just one more funny story that's just kind of irrelevant, and it happened this week, and I just thought it was funny. Basically my friends came over, and the first time she came over, she saw that I had a record player, and she was like, oh my god, like I have a record that I was supposed to give somebody as a housewarming gift, but I forgot it. I just have it, like it's new, I'll bring it to you. And I was like, oh, it's actually my boyfriend's record player, like I just put it up. And she's like, okay, like I'll bring it next time I'm over.
I'm just getting.
Where are you going?
I'm getting my phone so that we can see the funny stories that I put as questions.
And you thought that you were nobody was gonna see you walk across the camera.
I thought you were just gonna continue talking.
She mouthed me like just continue, and then walked in front of my camera. Yeah, you're right. I'll just pretend you're sitting in the chair and tell my funny story. So basically, my friend comes over. And she's like, I'm gonna bring you this record, whatever. So she comes over again with the record, brings it, and she's like, here's your gift, like here's your little housewarming gift. I'm like, oh my god, thanks. She's like, well, I guess I'll give it to David, like technically it's his gift, for the record player. I'm like, oh yeah, so cute. I'm like, here, babe. And then as a joke, I'm like, so babe, but what happens when we break up? Like, who keeps the record? Because I love to make these jokes, guys. Sorry, you're not in a healthy relationship if you can't make these jokes. So I say, babe, like, who keeps the record if we break up? And he goes, well, I mean, I guess you. And I'm like, hold on a minute. No. That's the wrong fucking answer. The right answer is that we're never breaking up. And I can't believe you just fucking said that. How could you ever actually think that we're going to break up? Anyway, so I just want you to know that, first of all, if you can joke with your boyfriend that you guys are constantly going to break up, then probably not a good relationship. And second of all, if he says who is actually going to keep the gift, well, that's also not a good relationship. So
you have to threaten your boyfriend daily. That's how you know you're in a good relationship.
I love making... I think for me, it's like I'm so confident that I'm just like, well, what happens if we break up? And it's like...
I know. I think
but
you
there's
have
a right and
to,
wrong
though.
answer.
I think it's like part of like dating. Like, I don't know. I just... Like, for me, like, it worked with my boyfriend because he's so jokes, and he was able to, like, throw jokes back, and we're able to compliment each other and then, like, joke and make fun of each other. I think it's needed, honestly.
I think if you're so, like,
I can't be with somebody who's not funny or...
But if you're so touchy about the topic of, like, breaking up or something, it's, like, it's almost worse because it's almost like, okay, we're never joking about it. Like, is it going to happen? Like, for me, like, I joke about everything. Yeah. Like, it has no truth. Like,
with
how people say there's truth to everything, but it's not. Like, I literally just make jokes to, like, lighten it. So if you can't make jokes about, like, breaking up, it feels more like you're about to break up. Like, if you can't even bring it up as a joke. I mean,
when my boyfriend and I broke up and I said that we split the fucking sex toys halfway, I mean...
There's jokes and everything.
There's jokes and everything. But I also wanted to say, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's really fucked up. I don't know if many of you have heard, but TikTok is really popular right now. And there's this one...
I don't know if many of you guys have heard, but TikTok is really popular.
I know, like, who am I? Like, a non-millennial? Like, ew. Generation fucking X. But there was this girl, a 20-year-old, who was filming a TikTok with her girlfriends and everything. And the whole TikTok was, like, a kidnapping and whatever. And I know you didn't really hear about it, but... the girl fucking died. Like, how sad is that? So basically they filmed a TikTok, and in the TikTok they were acting like it was a kidnapping going on, and I guess the person, one person who had the gun, I don't know, like, use a fake gun. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and by accident they killed the girl.
Oh my god.
20 years old, guys. Girl dead because of TikTok. Like, I just want to know, like, I don't even joke around with fake guns. I'm like, if somebody fake guns me, like,
yeah.
It's
I actually heard about, like, a year ago, similar thing happened with YouTube. Like, they were doing, like, this YouTube prank, and he shot his girlfriend and she died. Or the boyfriend, or I don't remember which one it was.
But I was like, do you go to jail for that?
I think so. I mean, I'm not sure because it's an accident, but I don't know how it works. I mean, heck.
It's probably like second degree.
When we have Justin Trudeau on the podcast, I guess we'll ask him.
It's like second degree or something.
I don't know, because it's still murder because you fucking killed them, even though it was an accident.
I just want to understand, like, what are guns just normal? Or if you're gonna use it, can you at least remove the fucking bullets? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
That's insane. I think too many people have died because of social media. Like, it's crazy. Like, are people trying to take a risky picture, they fall off the cliff? Like, I've heard so many stories like that. I'm just like, okay, guys, like, what the fuck? Take the fucking bullets out, step away from the cliff. It's enough.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody expects for that to happen, but anyway, so yeah, I just think it's so crazy that happens. Like, literally take out the bullets.
Yeah, take out the bullets and call it a day.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, happy Halloween. We hope that you either got a scare or a laugh out of this.
Probably a laugh.
Probably a laugh, maybe a scare out of my story.
But then again, they probably laugh at our faces every day. So I want to say for a second, I'm like, I rewatch our podcast and I'm like, people must think I'm the most insecure person ever, because every time we talk, I'm like, Veronica, oh my God, I'm on video. I'm insecure. And I'm like, I'm actually not that insecure though. Like, I almost like hype it up so much, and I'm like, oh my God, people are gonna think they can't even talk to me. Like,
I think you're fine. I
think you're fine. I did the test.
I'm scared. I got a message the other day. This girl, when I went to the hairdresser, she's like, hey, like, I saw you at the hairdresser, but like I was too shy to say hi. I just want to say I love your podcast. I was like, oh my God, I'm the one with the bitch face. So it's really me. Like, she didn't come and say hi to me. You.
But I did want to say, with our stories of saying I love you, I did say that I would say a story that happened. I'm just looking for it. Okay. My ex-boyfriend tried to seriously say I love you after 2 weeks of dating because I gave him my copy of Britney Spears' V magazine. I interrupted and I was like, stop. Enough. It's been 2 weeks. Relax.
That's when you know that was for sure a gay couple. If it's a Britney Spears mag. Yeah, that's what I thought. There is no other couple that would say I love you unless you're two gay guys who love Britney Spears. Getting a Britney Spears mag is basically getting a ring. Like a Lady Gaga, Britney Spears and Lady Gaga. You get one of those magazines, in gay, it's ring. Like true. It translates to you want to get married. Like
it's true. Should we end our podcast with our masks on? I keep thinking
that's a dog. Like the way that it's there.
Well, it's close enough, bunny.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to this Halloween special. Hope you guys have a really fun Halloween that's going to be actually fucking boring because there's nothing to do.
Yeah, but you can watch our podcast. Like and subscribe, guys. You don't understand when it just goes from 309 to 310. We jizz ourselves. So
we jizz ourselves. Okay. Not going to make any promises on that one, but thanks for listening. See you next time.